Yo, so damn, I'm dark as fuck. But I've been giving a lot of this shit a lot of thought, you know, mainly to the fact of when it comes to this game and when it comes to anything in which, you gain a level of influence or clout or I guess prestige or whatever you want to call it. Along with that comes a degree of awareness, spatial awareness. And by that, what I mean is you become aware of a lot of things that are going on around you. You become aware of a lot of the ways in which people operate. You become aware of a lot of the ways in which people talk, a lot of the ways in which people conduct themselves, a lot of ways in which people conduct themselves around you specifically versus how they do with other people who may not be considered to be on your level or whatever it is you call it. And you start noticing a lot of differences and a lot of commonalities. A lot of the commonalities you notice is the way people conduct themselves whenever they're trying to give you compliments or they're trying to give you accolades and they're trying to say, give appreciation or show appreciation. And then a lot of the differences is when they approach somebody who might be on that level or might be getting close to that level, but because they do not perceive them as being on that level, they don't give them that same type of respect. And these things, that awareness sometimes gives way to paranoia. It gets to the point where you start feeling like you don't know and you're not sure what is real anymore. You become very unsure about what is legitimate, what is not legitimate, and whether somebody's playing an angle or whether they're just being straight up honest with you and they're saying that they really do appreciate you for what you do and they really do try to understand things from your perspective. And I can just say this personally because I can only speak on my own experiences. There have been many times, especially recently, especially with the way a lot of things have been happening, where I've had to question that. I've had to ask that question amongst myself. I've had to commune with myself and be like, are they saying this because they really care? Or are they saying this because they're seeing me in a light or in a fashion or at a level that I originally wasn't perceived to be able to make it to? And that's a hard question to ask, and it's an even harder one to answer because you don't want the negative side of that. You don't want to think that that's really what it is because that gives way to a level of negativity that's not healthy. You really start, because then you really get paranoid. You really start thinking that everybody's really just out to get you, and you get this mindset where you don't want to deal with people. You don't want to, you don't like people. You are very untrusting because you feel like people are untrustworthy. And I guess I don't really have necessarily, any words of wisdom for that yet because it's something I'm still in the process of experiencing. It's something I'm still in the process of understanding. But I will say that awareness is a good thing because it's better to be aware of what's going on around you and to question it than it is to be ignorant of what is going around you, be affected negatively by it, and never have had the opportunity to even remotely question it to where you could have prepared yourself for it. Basically being caught unaware, basically being caught in a situation or a set of situations where you suffer as a result of not noticing. So I guess basically it's more of an event than really a thing of wisdom. I try to give words of wisdom sometimes. This isn't one of those cases. It's really just saying that if you notice how I'm moving, if you notice me have a face of concern or anything in that nature or any of that thing, don't take it to heart. Charge it to my head more than anything because this is a process that I'm going through. This is a process I'm experiencing because I'm reaching a level that most people didn't expect me to reach, that I didn't expect me to reach. So as a result of that, I'm having to deal with what comes with it. And I try to take a lot of these things in stride and try to reflect on them positively. But at the same time, it is very easy, and it is exceedingly easy for negatives to creep up into these things and to make you think negatively in times when you're supposed to really just be enjoying the blessings that you're being given to do what you want to do the things that you want to do and accomplish what you want to accomplish. So this is just another part of that process. And I felt like it's just something that people should know, you know, because at the end of the day, what I want to do with music and with art and with everything that I do is I want you to better understand me. And this is just another part, an aspect of understanding that I'm going through to learn to understand myself as I come to understand others and as I try to introduce myself to others. But anywho, I'm trying to get some sleep. I've been awake way too long. Peace out.